The dances here are depicting the entrance steps of Bangala as they enter the grand yard of the village. Next in line is a traditional greeting being accorded to one and all who is present. We have a very dynamic Makrut, the one who is leading the dance here. His name is Hijus M. Marak. Kasalam Aparang, our plak nila ibag parang. Ia daw jentang mancan, sinamangala mesani ko pumikuparang. Turani Northeastern Hill University ni student rang oma mga jentang manca antina mangalani ko soke pumikangina. Yano antina Makrut mesani ko dumengupa Hijus Nokrek Marak oma. Now the dancers are prancing about in the grand yard. Sarawani ko choke mein soke hai no. Now this item is known as Ajima. Ajima is a bird that is mythically said to have taught the dance, this particular dance step to archers, and this particular item is being performed in all the Bangala dances in memory of the Ajima Roko de Osho Pamanga. Yani Janano Yani Janano Sok Mesa Parang Pantiaro Metrarang Wamak Sing Mandiang Yen Singi Metra Pantiarang Sokang Yen. This simple but very elegant dance item is known as Ansing India, where the young boys and girls just dance together and have a good time. Garos we know depend on June cultivation, and this particular dance item is a depiction of the Garos going about finding a path to the new June field. They go in groups, they go in crowds, looking for a new place which they can clear and use as June field. This is clearance of the jungle in order to begin the journey. The dancers are depicting sowing of paddy seeds. Paddy is the mainstay of the Garos, and no June is complete without the cultivation of paddy. Until the time kaki sokan misalnya pun kami ya, Ni ani pun mutama. Ni misi namna alat sinonu makrel abang ni ba. Mungkin jano cukupan makrel ki mesukinga. When paddy and other plants begin to grow and begin to show fruit, there are the monkeys and other marauders that come and visit the June field and take away the fruits. The item that was just gone by is a depiction of chasing away the marauders, especially the monkeys. Now, the depiction is about the harvesting of paddy, which is of course a joyous occasion. After the harvest, there is threshing and drying of the paddy. What a joyful occasion it must be for the planters, for the farmers, for the agriculturists to see the fruit of their sweat, to feel it in their hands. This is Mishka, roughly translated as pounding of paddy, which will result in really precious rice, pearly rice. Many of these activities, especially those connected with agriculture, are not considered so much as a chore because they are done in groups and people do it joyfully. And after dehusking, the archers brew rice ale or rice beer, and then the depiction here is the dancers offering drinks to the male dancers. Which can be the other way around also, because drinks are shared among the community and there is no hard and fast rules that only dancers must offer drinks to the males. It can be the other way around also. This particular dance item is known as Medena, which is playful, where the young dancers, the dancers make efforts to pluck the head plumes, headgears that the male dancers are wearing. Sometimes they succeed, sometimes they do not. This is playful, very enchanting, delightful, and I'm sure it is enjoyed by all the dancers involved. The dance that we are about to see is known as Jomabia. Joma is a mole that digs underground, and the mole moves around beneath the ground in a zigzag way. We do not really see it, but this particular depiction is the mole going about underneath the earth, digging and going in a zigzag way, going this way and that. This actually is very beautiful, and I think it really is delightful when depicted in a bigger group with a bigger number of dancers. But nonetheless, I think the dancers enjoy it, and I think when the dancers enjoy it, we too, the spectators, enjoy. The dance that is coming up now is known as Hambe Tua, or Hambe Tua, Hambe Tua, or comparison of heights. This actually is more than what it looks like.